I know you're cute. I know you're cute, but you're very distracting. And I know you're just out to get my earphones. This is just a distraction. Watch. You're thinking about it? Yeah. Jelly! If you saw my most recent post, obviously subscribe if you didn't, then you might have known that me and Charlie recently moved back to my parents, this time to my dad's house. And the reason behind my moving is not one that I'm extremely proud of at the moment. And I've been really nervous to tell you guys about what's been going on, and I obviously haven't talked about vet school for quite some time, so I thought I would make a little update video. So a little background for those that might not know, a year and a half ago moved across my country to Copenhagen to attend vet school, which has just been a dream of mine since I was a little kid, and it has been absolutely amazing to finally get to study and, be a step further towards my dream job. There have, however, been challenges because this is the only vet school in my country. So I had to move away from family, friends, most importantly my boyfriend. So I have been commuting every other weekend for 3 hours each way. And though it's not really the time that bothers me, because I've always commuted to schools and whatnot because I live in a very small town, so that's fine. But the thing that got irritating was that it could easily cost $150 a month to do this commuting. And being a student, I just didn't have a lot of money to begin with. So my economical situation for the past year and a half has been extremely bad. But at the same time, I feel like I can't sit here and say that when I have the privilege of living in a country where not only education is free, but I even get paid to study. It's not a large sum of money, but I'm just already better set than a lot of other students around the world. That said, studying in the big cities often is pretty expensive. And I didn't have any other options because it was the only vet school, so I had to study in Copenhagen. So even though I found a relatively cheap apartment, it was pretty cheap, and I even got some extra financial support that you can get. All my money went towards rent and insurance and phone and whatnot. So basically I had $20 to $30 left after all that was essential had been paid. So these $20 to $30 went towards food for me, food for Charlie, house essentials, transport to and from my university, and on top of that I had the commuting if I wanted to visit my boyfriend or family. So you can probably do the math, it's not enough. I know many students have jobs beside their studies, and respect to you if you can do that, but I was just stressed out with vet school alone and would sit up till late at night. So having a job that was very time consuming, I just couldn't handle. And I did apply to some small student jobs for maybe 2 hours a week or something like that, but then they wanted me to drive for an hour to get to them, or then they wanted me to work for 20 hours a week, which I just didn't have time to do. My solution in the end was actually to lend money from my dad, which thankfully meant that it's without interest, so thank you so much, Dad. But it also meant that I couldn't go to cafes with my friends, I couldn't get a drink after school on a Friday or anything like that, because all the money that I used were lended money. So I just constantly thought about that and felt stressed about it. On top of my economical situation, my study group or close group of friends went from 5 people to 2 people at the start of the next year. So me and one other person, because the others got stressed and either wanted to redo the first year or just completely dropped out. Not only did I lose daily contact with some of my best friends, but on top of that, it just also made group work a whole lot harder, because doing it with people that you have good interactions with and talk well with just makes it more fun and also easier to understand. Now, thankfully, I still did have my one very good friend, but a lot of the activities that we needed to do required 4 to 5 people, and I don't know about you, but I have a really hard time when it comes to getting into new groups, especially when those groups have been around since the beginning. I feel like I'm just this outsider that comes, and I might talk well with them and we have a fun time, but I feel like I could never get on that level of relationship that they have because they have been around, from the start. And I'm just here on the sideline. We were also 190 people that started the vet education in 2022, which just made these groups even more important because I saw new people every single day that I hadn't seen before, and then all of a sudden we're in the same class. So my economical situation was very bad. My social situation wasn't the best, but I still really want to become a vet. It's what I want to do, and I know it. So if I had to go through all of these things alone, so be it. I might have to do some extra studying, so be it. I would figure something out with money. But then I get the greatest news ever at the start of my second year, because I get the news that they are starting a new vet education in the part of Denmark where my boyfriend, friends, and family all live. So 1.5 years into my vet education in Copenhagen, I can say that I have officially dropped out with the intention of going to this new vet school. So I will be applying and hopefully attending in the summer of 2024. So because this new vet education is only starting in 2024, I won't be able to start at, my second year. I will be starting all over again, which I actually don't mind because I did have some exams that I still needed to finish. So just starting all over, knowing what I'm getting into and meeting new people, I'm so excited for. Because vet school is such a big dream of mine, I'm not gonna lie, I did cry a little bit when I signed the dropout papers. But I really hope that this is an investment in my education journey and that getting into this new school would just make me happier. And I can also say that I have signed the papers for an apartment with my boyfriend, so we're moving in together, and that also means that my economical situation is going to be way better off. So I'm super excited. There are also some differences between these schools that just makes me more excited for the new vet school, because instead of 190 people attending like in Copenhagen, only 30 people get in each year on this new one, which makes it harder to get in, so I'm really nervous. But this will also hopefully mean that we just get more closer as a little class, rather than having these big groups of people that know each other and then you meet new people every day that you don't even know attend the same class. Another cool thing about the new one is that instead of being located dead center in the middle of Copenhagen, this one is in the country, so there will be animals on the school, and there are also just a whole bunch of other educations nearby, such as biology, and I also think there's some chemistry, and they're opening up a brand new line called animal science. So I'm just super excited for getting to be close to all these other educations as well. As you can hear, I'm extremely stoked, but at the same time I'm also very nervous because it is harder to get into this education, and I think it's going to be really popular. But having good grades and already having attended vet school and passed some subjects actually also gives me an advantage when I apply. So fingers crossed. Some people might say, and have actually said to me, that I have just wasted 2 years, but I wouldn't look at it like that, because I made some good friends, I still have all my notes, I got over my fear of seeing blood and needles and all of that. I know my study technique, so all of this I will be taking with me when I attend new school and just be better off in general. It's also important to remember that I'm still very young. I was 19 when I attended vet school. I'm 21 now, just turned 21. So, a lot of the people that I studied with when I began were 21. I think that was what most people were actually. So I don't think that I have wasted 2 years. If anything, I'm more than excited to start over and just be better off. So what am I doing at the moment, you might ask? Well, I'm just relaxing actually until we move in the end of December. And then I'm just looking to work from January till I start vet school, basically. So I'm looking for a job that has something to do with animals, just to give me some extra credit for when I apply to the vet school. And I've been in contact with a couple of vet clinics that will return to me if they need my help. So hopefully they have something for me. That's also why I've been uploading a bit more recently. I thought about giving YouTube a serious chance for the next couple of months. But that said, I don't want to do it just to make money. I'm doing it because I think YouTube is fun and I really just enjoy using my time on editing and filming and, you know, seeing your feedback and whatnot. So, you know, might make some more videos, and if I get monetized, sure, it could be awesome as a study job to have besides vet school and earn some extra money. But on the other hand, I want to do it because it's fun. So yeah, dropped out of vet school. I still hope that you guys that are here because of vet school, of course, will stick around because I am attending this new one. So I'll be making videos on my application and applying in general. I will give out updates on everything, and then hopefully in the summer, let's fingers crossed that we get a first day of vet school video, because I do appreciate you guys being here no matter what. So, bye!